In the quiet corners of a small junkyard, a stray cat named Alba tried to keep her family safe. Alba was the mother of 5 tiny kittens, each no larger than her paw. Their bright eyes still unaccustomed to the rough world around them. Navigating a landscape littered with sharp metal edges and hidden dangers, Alba did her best to protect her young ones, but even the most devoted mother cannot control every hazard lurking around them. One day, Alba's life took a turn. A rescuer, who accidentally discovered a mother cat and her kittens in the junkyard, carefully approached Alba's makeshift den, which was just behind a car tyre. Alba's instincts told her to be wary. She had been in survival mode for so long that trusting humans was difficult. She had seen plenty of people in her life, but none had stopped to help before. This one, though, seemed different. As the rescuer approached, she shielded her kittens with her body, crouching low, her eyes narrowing in suspicion. But this rescuer was patient and moved gently, trying to calm her down. It took some time, but slowly Alba's wariness softened. Enough for the rescuer to carefully move her and her kittens to safety. Once Alba and her babies were safely secured, they were gently transported to a nearby clinic. Here, Alba's story took a turn for the better. She didn't know it yet, but this journey to the clinic was the first step toward a life she'd never experienced. A life where her only worry wouldn't be survival, but learning to relax and trust again. At the clinic, Alba and her kittens received a thorough examination. The medical staff was relieved to find that Alba and her kittens were overall in fair health, though they were clearly in need of some tender, loving care. With several rounds of nutrition and hydration, Alba's health began to stabilise, and her kitten's eyes sparkled with the curiosity and innocence only young animals possess. One of the clinic's main concerns was to test the family for feline diseases that could affect their long-term health. Testing for diseases such as feline infectious peritonitis, FIP, and feline leukemia virus, FELV, is standard procedure for all rescues, as both conditions can be fatal. The tension in the clinic was palpable as the results were awaited. To everyone's relief and excitement, all tests came back negative. Alba and her kittens were healthy, and their chances of finding loving homes had increased exponentially. The clinic staff and rescuer were thrilled. This family had made it through the first major hurdle of their journey. With a clean bill of health, Alba and her kittens began settling into a routine at the clinic. She started to relax, her guarded demeanour softening as she realised that her little family was safe. Alba would sit close to her kittens, watching them with a mother's pride as they tumbled over one another, their tiny paws swatting playfully. Each day Alba grew more trusting, allowing the staff to pet her and even purring quietly during these gentle interactions. She was an excellent mother, grooming her kittens, ensuring they were fed, and wrapping her body around them to keep them warm and secure. Her protective nature never wavered, but as time passed, Alba learned to let her guard down, just a little, to accept the kindness that surrounded her. The kittens, oblivious to the hardships their mother had endured, thrived in the clinic's environment. With regular meals, soft bedding, and plenty of care, they grew rapidly, their tiny frames filling out into playful, healthy young cats. The staff was delighted to see how quickly Alba's kittens adapted to their new surroundings. They chased toys, climbed the small scratching post provided, and learned to wrestle with each other in ways that displayed both their strength and their innocence. The rescuer knew that Alba and her kittens deserved a home where they could continue to thrive. The clinic staff began spreading the word about this beautiful family. Pictures of Alba and her kittens were shared online, and soon, people began to express interest in adopting the kittens. For Alba, finding the right home would be a bit more challenging. She was no longer a young kitten herself, and her years spent in survival mode had left her with a need for patience, understanding, and a calm environment to help her trust again fully. But Alba's gentle spirit, combined with her story of resilience, drew the attention of a compassionate individual who understood her journey. This potential adopter was willing to invest the time and love Alba needed to continue her transition into a life of peace and comfort. One by one, the kittens found loving homes, each adopter eager to welcome a new, playful companion. Alba watched each kitten leave with a mix of pride and sadness, as any mother would. She had nurtured them through tough beginnings, and now, as they moved into homes where they would be cherished, she could rest knowing that her role as a mother had been fulfilled. Finally, it was Alba's turn. Her new adopter came to meet her at the clinic, sitting calmly nearby, allowing Alba to approach at her own pace. This person was patient, soft-spoken, and moved with a gentleness that Alba recognized as kind. Her initial caution slowly melted as she allowed herself to be touched and petted, feeling secure with the presence of this new friend. It was as though Alba understood that she was moving towards something more peaceful and beautiful than anything she had known before. In her new home, Alba settled in gradually. She explored her new surroundings, discovering cozy nooks and sunny windowsills. Her adopter provided her with quiet companionship and reassured her with soft words and gentle touches. Alba began to purr more often, the gentle rumble a testament to her growing sense of trust and belonging. Alba's story is a reminder of the resilience and strength that animals like her possess. From a harsh life in a junkyard where survival was her only goal, Alba had experienced kindness, support, and a chance at a new beginning. Her kittens, who had been born into a world of struggle, now each had a bright future thanks to the rescuer's intervention and the dedication of the clinic staff. For her rescuer, the sight of Alba in a safe and loving home was the ultimate reward. They had saved a family, given 5 kittens a chance at life, and helped a mother cat who had spent her life fighting for survival to finally find peace. The rescuer's hope had always been that Alba and her kittens would be adopted, and now that hope had become a reality. As Alba stretches out in her warm bed, safe in her new home, her story continues to inspire. She may not know the full impact of her journey, but her resilience serves as a beacon of hope for other animals waiting for their own rescues, their own second chances. Alba's life is now filled with warmth, care and love, a far cry from the junkyard where she'd once struggled to protect her babies. In the end, Alba's story shows us that no matter how tough the journey may be, every animal deserves a chance at happiness and safety. For Alba and her kittens, that chance was made possible by compassionate hands, and now they live on as a beautiful reminder of the power of rescue, recovery, and hope. If you enjoyed today's video, consider giving us a like, tell us what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The streets are unforgiving, especially for the most vulnerable. Among the bustling sounds of the city and the chaos of everyday life, a fragile white kitten was found, wandering blindly through the dangers of an urban landscape. His fur, once pure and soft, was now matted and unkempt, a testament to the struggles he had faced in his young life. But his most striking feature wasn't his appearance. It was the vacant stare of his sightless eyes, staring into a world he could neither see nor fully comprehend. In addition to his blindness, this kitten faced several difficulties. Worm infestation tore through his small frame, leaving him dangerously anemic. His delicate condition necessitated rapid medical attention, but it also called for tact. To prevent overtaxing his compromised system, deworming drugs that would act quickly in healthier cats had to be given gradually and cautiously. Feeling concerned for his well-being, a woman, however, was willing to take the poor kitten in, while no one was bothered to do the same thing. Under her care, the little one began to show signs of improvement. Even though it was a difficult journey, he started to respond to treatment, gradually giving his weak body the vigour it sorely needed. But as the hope started to reignite again, the kitten was later diagnosed with feline leukemia virus, or FELV. Cats were severely impacted by the illness, which impairs immunity and increases susceptibility to infections. It was just one more obstacle for this little kitty, who was already battling a lot. The kitten's condition demanded constant attention. He continued to lose weight, his body struggling to keep up with the infection that had taken hold. Despite the improvements in his immediate health, his overall prognosis remained uncertain. To make matters worse, his blind eyes, which had become a source of discomfort, needed to be surgically removed. Yet surgery was impossible until his infection was under control and his body strong enough to endure the procedure. His rescuer faced each day with a mix of determination and fear. Giving up was never an option, even if the course of treatment was long and difficult. In the meantime, a kitten was also found on the street, and the situation was not that much of a difference from the previous one. Upon spotting him, the rescuer was willing to take him in as it was clear that he needed help. Despite not being blind, this kitten was facing starvation. No one was willing to adopt him, even though efforts were made to find him a forever home. But the blind kitten was surprisingly comforted by his presence. The two became close very fast, an unseen friendship formed by their same struggles. Unable to find someone who could take care of the poor kitten, the rescuer decided to adopt him, which changed his life. This newfound friendship seems to give the blind kitty a sense of security. He felt less isolated on his road to recovery with the rescuer on his side. The rescuer dedicated himself fully to ensuring both kittens felt safe and loved. He created a space where they could heal, not just physically but emotionally. The blind kitten, though still weak, began to show signs of resilience. His appetite, though small, that improved under careful supervision. Each ounce gained was celebrated as a victory. The second kitten, though healthier, needed just as much emotional care. Having experienced rejection and neglect, he was initially wary of his new surroundings. But with time, patience, and the company of his blind companion, he began to trust the rescuer who had given him a second chance. The journey is far from over for these two kittens. For the blind kitten, surgery to remove his eyes is still on the horizon, a critical step in alleviating his discomfort and ensuring a better quality of life. But for now, the focus remains on stabilizing his health, building his strength, and giving him the best chance to overcome the challenges he faces. As for the second kitten, he has found a sense of belonging he never thought possible. Together, the two kittens have transformed their rescuer's home into a place of hope and healing. This story is a testament to the power of compassion and the resilience of those who refuse to give up. It reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, love and determination can make a difference. For the rescuer, the decision to care for these kittens wasn't easy, but it was one he'd make again in a heartbeat. These tiny lives, so easily overlooked by others, have left an indelible mark on his heart. To everyone who hears this story, let it be a call to action. There are countless animals out there, just like these kittens, waiting for someone to give them a chance. Whether it's through adoption, fostering, or simply spreading awareness, each of us has the power to make a difference. And for these two kittens, their story is just beginning. Though their journey has been filled with challenges, they found something far more precious than sight or perfect health. They found love, safety, and a place to call home. As we watch these kittens grow and heal, we're reminded that every small victory matters. Each step forward, no matter how tiny, is a step toward a brighter future. For now, the focus is on recovery, but the bond they share and the love they've found will carry them through whatever lies ahead. Their story is one of hope, resilience, and the unyielding power of kindness. Let it inspire us all to look closer, to care deeper, and to never give up on those who need us the most. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, consider giving us a like. Tell us what you think and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. In the world of animal rescue, some stories leave an indelible mark on our hearts. Today, we bring you the tale of two incredible felines. Wren, a kitten born with unique challenges, and a brave survivor who overcame a life-changing injury. Their journeys, though different, remind us of the power of resilience and compassion. Do you think both kittens would be able to make a full recovery? Be sure to keep watching. Wren is no ordinary kitten. Born with several birth defects, she's faced challenges from her very first moments. Her most noticeable issue lies in her front feet, where her toes lock in an unusual pushed-up position. As a result, Wren limps around on her wrists, a movement that seems painful yet does little to dampen her spirit. Despite her condition, Wren has an undeniable zest for life. She plays, explores, and interacts with her surroundings just like any other kitten. However, her gait and posture raise concerns. It's clear she needs help to live her life without the discomfort her condition causes. When Wren was brought to the attention of a compassionate rescuer, a team of veterinary professionals quickly became involved. Physical therapy was the first recommendation, aimed at correcting the dislocation in her feet. These therapies would involve gentle, consistent exercises to improve her mobility and alignment. But Wren's case is not straightforward. The vet examining her confessed that she'd never encountered anything quite like it. To ensure Wren received the best possible care, the vet sent her x-rays to a few orthopedic specialists for additional opinions. The hope is that these experts, with their extensive experience, might shed light on Wren's condition and provide a roadmap for her recovery. In the meantime, Wren continues her physical therapy. Though the road ahead is uncertain, there's a collective wish for her future. That she will one day walk normally, free of pain, and live the vibrant life she deserves. Wren's spirit is unyielding, and her rescuers are equally determined.
Okay.
While her condition is rare and presents unique challenges, the love and care surrounding her offer a beacon of hope. For now, we wish Wren all the best as she continues her journey toward recovery. While Wren's story unfolds, another rescued cat has already faced and overcome a life-altering challenge. This cat, whose name we'll come to know shortly, suffered a horrific accident that left one of his legs beyond saving. The damage was so severe that amputation became the only option to spare him further pain. Though the physical loss was significant, this cat proved to be a true fighter. Following the surgery, he adapted quickly to life on 3 legs. Cats are remarkably resilient creatures, and this brave survivor was no exception. With time and proper care, he regained his balance, learned to navigate his surroundings, and even began to run and play again. Now that he is physically recovered, it's time to find this courageous cat a forever home. The perfect owner will not only see his missing leg, but also his boundless energy, loving nature, and determination to thrive despite adversity. For rescue animals like him, the search for a new home is bittersweet. While they leave behind the rescuer who nurtured them through their most vulnerable moments, they gain a family and a place where they can truly belong. Stories like Wren's and this brave survivor's highlight the heart and soul of animal rescue. It's not just about saving lives, it's about giving these animals a chance to live their lives fully. For Wren, that means continuing physical therapy and awaiting expert advice on her rare condition. For the 3-legged cat, it means finding a home where he'll be cherished for who he is, a survivor with an unbreakable spirit. These stories remind us that every animal deserves a chance, no matter their physical challenges. They teach us about resilience, adaptability, and the transformative power of love. If Wren's determination inspires you, or if the story of the 3-legged survivor touches your heart, consider supporting animal rescues in your area. Whether through donations, fostering, adoption, or simply spreading awareness, you can make a difference in the lives of animals like Wren and her brave companion. As Wren continues her journey of recovery, and the 3-legged cat embarks on his search for a forever home, their stories are far from over. They remind us of the incredible strength animals possess and the compassion of the humans who fight for their well-being. Stay tuned as we follow their paths, celebrating their victories and supporting them through their struggles. Together, we can create a world where every animal, regardless of their challenges, has the opportunity to live a life filled with love, care, and dignity. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and tell us what you think in the comment section. This poor kitty was rescued in a heartbreaking condition. The rescuer initially thought that the cat was suffering from FIP infection, a highly dangerous disease that requires immediate medical intervention. When they got to know the cat better, they found out that his condition was caused by physical injuries. He had been through unimaginable pain. The children in his neighbourhood had run over him with a skateboard, and he was left severely injured. After that, he was taken in by alcoholics, where he lived in filth and starvation for 6 long months. He was later tossed out of the house after months of living under such a horrible condition. Do you think he would be able to make a full recovery after that traumatic experience? Be sure to keep watching. When he first came to the rescuer, the condition of his eyes were in such a bad shape they had no idea whether he could see his surroundings or not. And it was difficult to stay optimistic given his health condition. He was emaciated, extremely dehydrated, and weak to the point where he could barely stand up without falling over. Antibiotics and vitamins were given to the poor cat, fed him soft wet food, and prayed that they could somehow pull him through this nightmare. Slowly but surely he began to show signs of improvement. Despite his traumatic past, this young kitten showed incredible resilience. After several weeks of intensive care, the cat began to show some promising progresses. The veterinarians tested him for leukemia, and the results came back clear. This was a huge relief, and it meant he could live with my other cats. Still, there were challenges ahead. He had grown fond of his cage, the only place where he had ever felt safe, warm and full. It was understandable why he didn't want to leave it, but the rescuer knew that for him to truly live, he needed to move beyond that small space and learn to walk again, to explore, and to enjoy life with the other cats. As he got stronger, his personality began to shine through. He even managed to put on some weight and started to resemble the healthy cat he should have always been. But the rescuer still wasn't sure if he could get along well with the other cat. On one hand, he seemed comfortable in his own space, but on the other, he deserved so much more. A life full of freedom, quality care, and love. His journey is far from over. The rescuer and the veterinarians will continue to keep an eye on him, while ensuring all of his basic necessities will be provided in time should the need arise. The rescuer hopes that one day he can live not just in safety, but in happiness, surrounded by the love he so desperately needs. Did you enjoy today's story? If so, please consider giving us a like. Tell us what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Meet Vincente. His story began on a busy city sidewalk, a place teeming with people but devoid of compassion for a tiny, helpless kitten. At just a few weeks of age, his small body had been severely damaged by the harsh reality of life on the streets, leaving him weak and shaky. People rushed by, not knowing or wanting to stop, but one kind-hearted person saw him and was unable to turn away. Vincente was picked up by the saviour, who held the trembling kitten to their chest. He was clearly suffering, as evidenced by his cloudy, lifeless eyes and laborious respiration. There was not much time. Knowing that his life was in danger, they hurried him to a veterinary facility right away. At the veterinary hospital, Vincente underwent a thorough examination. His symptoms, sneezing, watery eyes and nasal discharge, pointed to a common yet potentially devastating illness in stray cats, the feline herpes virus. For most cats, this virus manifests as a manageable upper respiratory infection. But for Vincente, a vulnerable kitten with no one to care for him, the disease had progressed alarmingly. The virus had attacked his eyes, causing severe inflammation and ulcers. Left untreated, it had advanced to keratitis, a condition that leads to scarring and ultimately blindness. The veterinarians confirmed the heartbreaking news. Vincente's left eye was beyond saving. The only hope was to preserve his right eye, which still had a flicker of functionality. The next few days were critical. Vincente's treatment regimen was intensive. Antiviral medications, antibiotics to prevent secondary infections, and eye drops administered multiple times a day. He also received a warm, safe environment, proper nutrition, and the tender love of his rescuer, who refused to give up on him. Vincente's body responded slowly but steadily. His breathing eased, his appetite returned, and the dullness in his remaining eye began to recede. Every small improvement was a triumph, a testament to the power of timely intervention and compassionate care. Though Vincente lost his left eye, his right eye showed significant improvement. The veterinary team celebrated this victory, as it meant Vincent could still experience the world visually, albeit partially. Once he was stable, the focus shifted to finding him a forever home. News of Vincente's journey spread through the community. Photos of the one-eyed kitten with his striking resilience and playful spirit tugged at hearts. Among those touched by his story was a family searching for a feline companion. They saw not a kitten with one eye, but a survivor with a heart full of love to give. Adoption day was bittersweet. Vincente had grown attached to his rescuer, who had become his protector and cheerleader. But the rescuer knew this was the ultimate goal, a safe, loving home where Vincente could thrive. The family welcomed Vincente with open arms, ensuring their home was safe and comfortable for him. They gave him toys to stimulate his curiosity and a cozy bed where he could feel secure. Over time, Vincente adjusted to his new environment. Despite his partial blindness, Vincente navigated his surroundings with surprising agility. He relied on his other senses, hearing, smell, and touch, to explore and play. His favourite pastime became chasing jingling balls, guided by the sound they made as they rolled across the floor. Vincente's journey underscores the importance of understanding and addressing the feline herpes virus, especially in stray and abandoned kittens. The virus is highly contagious but manageable with proper care. Left untreated, as in Vincente's case, it can lead to severe complications. His story is also a reminder of the resilience of animals and their capacity to adapt to challenges. Despite losing one eye, Vincent's spirit remained unbroken, and he continued to bring joy to everyone he met. Today, Vincente is a picture of health and happiness. His once clouded eye shines brightly with curiosity, and his playful antics fill his adoptive family's home with laughter. He is transformed from a frail, abandoned kitten into a confident, cherished companion. For his rescuer, Vincente's story is a source of inspiration. It's a reminder that every life matters and that even the smallest act of kindness can change a life forever. Vincente's journey is far from unique. Countless kittens like him struggle on the streets, suffering from preventable and treatable conditions. His story serves as a call to action for all of us to be vigilant and compassionate. Vincente's story is one of hope, resilience, and the transformative power of love. From a tragic beginning on a city sidewalk to a joyous new life with a caring family, Vincente's journey reminds us that every animal deserves a chance to live, thrive, and be loved. Let Vincente's tale inspire you to make a difference, no matter how small it may seem.
Entonces se tiene que esperar a que cicatrice y todo ello, ¿no? La verdad es que es un proceso que sí o sí se tiene que seguir, más que nada para salvaguardar su seguridad y garantizar que está llegando sanito a un hogar. Pero claro, cuando él esté listo yo voy a estar haciendo las publicaciones correspondientes. De hecho, justo estaba pensando que pues ahora que se tiene la incubadora, incluso se podría como que hacer una actividad presencial, también para que posible sea bastante
Together, we can create a world where no animal has to suffer alone. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to hear more incredible rescue stories like Vincente's. See you in the next video.
Porque hay tantos mensajes pidiendo que se les duerma, entre comillas, que no me permiten encontrar los otros.
Meet Moo. His story began on a day when a rescuer noticed a white cat wandering aimlessly through the streets alone. They had no idea whether he was lost or he was simply homeless to begin with, and thus they began to approach the cat slowly and steadily. As the rescuer could tell, something wasn't right. Once they finally secured him, the rescuer took him to a local shelter. Moo was offered wet food, and he hungrily finished the meal in a blink of an eye. It was clear he'd been out on the streets for a while. What do you think had happened to Moo before he was found on the street? Would he be able to find a new home? Be sure to keep watching. Once Moo had a chance to settle down, the shelter staff began checking for signs of illness and injury. the first thing that got everybody's attention was his tail. Specifically, his tail was not covered by fur due to the injury. This detail let the veterinarian figure out that he got a degloved tail, a condition known to be and requires immediate medical attention.
This cat is microchipped. He was
In addition,
adopted in February.
they checked the microchip to see if Moo was adopted or not,
Sandy.
and to find out the identity of his owner.
He was adopted from the shelter.
By extracting the microchip, they found out Moo was not a street cat.
Owner information.
He was a neutered male cat named Sandy,
Or Chelsea Cone.
and he was 7 years old.
There was nobody looking for him.
Even more surprising,
So,
Sandy had been adopted from another shelter just last year.
tail amputation.
It was a relief to know he wasn't always homeless, but it left everyone wondering how he had ended up back on the streets. Did he escape? Was he abandoned? The answers remained unclear for now. Despite that, there was an urgent matter the veterinarians must solve first before they could have time
Uses a scratcher.
to figure out the answer behind what happened to Sandy.
Short of completely obsessed with him.
Sandy's primary issue was his tail. The degloved tail is a serious condition where the skin and soft tissue are stripped away,
That's good. You jumped right in it.
often due to trauma, like being caught in something or a severe injury. Without immediate care, the wound could lead to severe infection, pain, and even further complications. Based on the clues they obtained, they finally resorted to have his tail, or rather part of it, amputated surgically to avoid any threats of infection. But before the surgery could take place, Sandy needed antibiotics to help his body fight off existing infections.
With a cap star in it. Because this guy's flea problem is
Giving him antibiotics was a necessary step before the veterinarians could start a surgery on Sandy.
active fleas. There's a lot of dead fleas. You'll see
In the
them
days leading up to his surgery,
everywhere.
Sandy's care team watched over him closely.
But yeah, there was.
He was given plenty of food, warmth, and comfort,
Gave him a cap star. He did get revolution. Yesterday.
things that he'd been missing during his time outside. His personality began to shine through despite his injury. Sandy, or Moo, as everyone called him, was a gentle and affectionate cat. He loved being petted,
Still working on getting him scheduled for his tail amputation, but hopefully Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday it will be happening.
and although he was still in pain, he purred when people were around him, showing his trust in those caring for him. The day of Sandy's surgery arrived, and the veterinarians had already prepared everything they needed for the surgery. Although it was a major procedure, the vets were confident it would give Sandy the best chance at a healthy and pain-free
I
life.
just cannot open this crate because he literally is like in my lap in like a second. He just climbs all over me, gives me a huge hug, gets white hairs all over my black clothes. He's just the biggest love.
During the surgery, the surgeons carefully removed parts of his tail. The surgery went smoothly, and everyone felt positive and hopeful about his recovery once they finished. The cut-off part of his tail was later cleaned and properly bandaged to avoid infection.
Sandy just wants to say hi.
When he woke up again, he needed some time to rest, and the veterinarians quickly led him to a room where he could start recuperating. While he was resting, he was given plenty of pain relief and continued antibiotics to ensure that any lingering infection would be eradicated. His tail, now shorter, was healing well, and Sandy showed signs of improvement every day.
Mouth finally looked at.
In order to be sure that any residual infection would be eliminated, he was prescribed a lot of pain medication in addition to ongoing antibiotics.
He also ended up having a really bad mouth and needed a dental. So he's going to be in the cone for 14 days, and then he's getting his sutures out off of his tail in 2 weeks.
They were happy to see him recover quickly, and he was becoming more energetic and playful. Sandy's resilience was remarkable. Despite everything he'd been through, he remained sweet, affectionate, and trusting. His eyes, once filled with fear and pain, now sparkled with hope and curiosity. About his surroundings. As Sandy was about to fully heal soon, it was time to think about future plan for the cat.
Sandy got Angelina's crate.
After Sandy recovered, it was agreed that he would go to a foster home where he would be able to recover in a more cozy and familiar setting,
Let's see how
finding him a forever family
it went today.
and a place to live where he wouldn't have to deal with the struggles of the streets was the aim. Sandy was a cat who had endured so much. Yet, despite what happened to him, he remained loving and gentle. It was clear that Sandy, or Moo, as they had come to call him, would make a wonderful companion for someone special. Sandy's journey from the streets to the shelter, through surgery and recovery, is a testament to the resilience of animals and the kindness of rescuers. He was going to foster care soon while others were working hard to search for a new owner for Sandy. This story serves as a reminder that every rescue animal has a unique journey, and with the right care and love, they can overcome the toughest obstacles. Did you enjoy today's story? If you did, consider giving us a like, tell us what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Who's that, baby? He's so stunning. No way. She just got that throne.
Nice little.
You're so cute. You're so cute. I was a crazy cat. I'm a crazy cat. I'm a crazy cat.
귀여워.
Did it get stuck? Look who it is. It's Sandy Moo.